Back in October for my 52nd birthday, I wanted to do something for my inner child. So, what I did was I went to a local aquarium in my area, and it just so happened for your birthday, you got into the aquarium for free. So, I went to the aquarium with my husband, and it was just nice, like I was doing this for little stuff. I wasn't doing this for 52-year-old Stephanie. And when I was going, it was like an anticipation like that of a child. And I knew that my inner child was, number one, longing for this, and number two, enjoyed it. And we did a session in group coaching that discussed reparenting yourself. There's an inner child in all of us that, number one, needs healing. Number two, that your adult child has to reconnect with. And number three, that you have to have, as an adult, you have to be able to relate to the younger you and bring those two together. And when you bring the you are now, however old you are, and merge it with the younger you, there is a healing. And, shout out to my husband. He was so gracious. He let me walk around and just enjoy myself. I didn't feel rushed. It was just like a little kid going through the aquarium. And now, like I said, this was for my birthday. As a child, I did not have birthday parties. It was not something that was really done in my family. And even with my kids, I don't never did birthday parties. Of course, they would get a gift and we would go out to dinner, have cake, or if we didn't go out to dinner, I would cook them their favorite meal. But, it was always either dinner, your favorite meal, a cake, and, a gift. Nothing extravagant, but just something to, acknowledge them and, let them know, like, we happy that you were born and we're happy that God has kept you another year. So this experience, and I didn't want anything to get in the way of me doing this. And the day that I was supposed to go, it was raining. And I'm like, it's raining, maybe I won't. But no, I pushed myself because I knew that this was something that I needed. So it was great. And after that, my husband took me out to lunch, and it was just a wonderful day. Like you might think, well, why in the world would a 52-year-old woman be so happy to go to an aquarium? But like I said, it wasn't for 52-year-old Stephanie. It was for 5-year-old Stephanie. It was for 10-year-old Stephanie. It was for 7-year-old Stephanie. It was for that inner child. And I just had a ball walking through, looking at all of the fish tank. And I remember when I was a teenager, I had a friend who her parents had a beautiful fish tank. I mean, it was like salt water. And we used to sit in her living room with the lights off and just, we were hanging out, but I was always drawn to how beautiful, the fish tank was. So I always liked fish tanks, but I knew how much work it was to maintain it. You got to make sure you got the proper temperature. You got to make sure you got the proper fish together. It needs a certain amount of cleaning. So if you do have an aquarium, you know that it's a lot of work. But I always loved sitting in her living room with the lights off, just hanging out, talking, and being able to enjoy her parents' fish tank. And, don't ever underestimate the small things. Like somebody might be thinking, well, how is that healing? How is that like a big deal? If you just let your inner child do what it is that she needs to do, it's really healing. And just never underestimate what she needs and what she wants. And shout out to my husband once again. He was so gracious. I don't think he enjoyed it as much as I did, but he let me do what it is that I need to do because he knew the purpose behind it. And it was just a blessing. So I just wanted to share some of what I did as far as just acknowledging my inner child. This was back in October, and I just had the footage, and I really just wanted to, just let you guys in on it, but never underestimate the power of acknowledging your inner child. Your inner child needs to be heard. She needs to feel safe. She needs to feel secure. And little things like going to the aquarium for the day was something that little Stephanie so needed. And I'm just glad I was able to do it. So I hope you enjoy it. This is Mending Mahogany. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. For my returning viewers, welcome back. And if you are new here, thanks for taking the time to tune in. Have a great day.
I begin to